Well, let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with the local bourse that did get mostly losses from the Asian markets. Of course, in China, there are investors are waiting for the trade data for April to come through. We are seeing, though, the JSE extending those gains that we have seen throughout the week by the all-share up by almost 0.33%. The financial 15, they were advancing almost 0.4%. The industrial 25 with a gain of more than 0.4%. Resources 10 backing that overall trend by more than 0.25%. Let's check in on what is happening with the U.S. markets, and on that front, markets eyeing, of course, the path to interest rates as they do digest the comments from Fed officials and also some of the company news. We are seeing a mixed picture over there with the S&P 500 relatively flat, down 0.04%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq leading the losses that we are seeing there, declining more than 0.1%, but backing the overall trend there is the Dow with a gain of almost 0.25%. Of course, some of those company news that we did see. We did see the chip stocks are falling, there Intel being one of the companies that came out with results revising down its guidance for second quarter revenue. Also, Uber feeling a pain there as investors sold the stock after it posted a loss. Let's take a look at what is happening across the Atlantic, and on that front, markets also digesting some company news, including BMW's share price coming under pressure as it reported on high costs and muted demand. But also on the other side of the spectrum, we did see Siemens Energy's stock climbing after it raised its full-year outlook. A sea of green over there, FTSE 100 with a gain of almost 0.5%, the CAC 40 climbing by almost 0.75%, and the DAX advancing almost 0.25%. Let's take a look at what is happening on the currency scene, and we start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. A little bit of weakness coming through to the rand there by more than 0.5% against the US dollar, standing at 18.59 against the pound at 23.23, and against the euro at 19.98. Let's take a look at how the other currency pairs are doing, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.07, pound dollar at 1.24, and the yen just below 156 against the US dollar.